Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Skyrim Plus. Today I'm featuring one of my favorite homes ever, Sindora's Hidden Hearth. Let's check out the map. Here we are at Hidden Hearth Cottage. We're right next to Cradle Crush Rock, the Voltime Towers, the abandoned prison. To our far east is Windhelm, and here we are again at our featured home, Hidden Hearth Cottage. For our world space view, here's Cradle Crush Rock. And when we turn to our left, you can see our featured home, Sindora's Hidden Hearth. When you arrive at the gate, there will be a for sale board on the right. The home costs 2,000 septims, which is the bargain of a lifetime. When you buy the home, the key will be added to your inventory. Now that we've purchased the home, let's check it out. And look at this enchanting yard. It's straight out of a storybook. This tree is amazing. Look at the torch bugs in a jar, the cool lamps, and the leaves gently falling. They're collecting on the ground, and we're seeing a beautiful pop of color. When we come out from underneath the tree, we get our first look at our fairy tale-like home. Look at the greenery, the windows, a winding staircase, and all of the butterflies. This place looks amazing. You're seeing one of the best exteriors of any home mod. As I wander through this yard, you might think I'm lingering, but I really just want to do this feature justice. We'll start in the garden where we have some crops you can harvest, like gourds, carrots, leeks, cabbage, potatoes, and straw. And here's our first structure, the greenhouse. Before we head inside, check out the cool way she lit this space, and the hanging pots. And when we enter, we have more pops of color. There's a lot of themed static decor, check out the art on the walls, and the windows let in a lot of light to give your plants life. And speaking of plant life, you have tons of fertile soils in this space to plant whatever you want. Here's the other side. And then check out this unique alchemy lab. When you see a bearded plant man on your alchemy table, you know you're about to make some potent potions. And I like that you have this near a place where you have so many ingredients handy. Now that we've seen the greenhouse, let's head to the guest house. This is a feature of the multiple adoptions version of the home. If you download the followers version, I don't think it includes this. But what a cool feature with the windows and the woodwork. And it's a no-load door home too, so you can walk right in. I love this torch bug lamp and the woodwork on the wall. There's a bed for your follower. It has a book and a pair of glasses. As we turn, you can see it's a pretty tight fit. But your follower does have a chair and a knapsack. Here's a view of your yard from your front door. And on this side, they have a place to stay clean with a wash basin, soap, and towels. Alright, let's head back out. I love these trees and lamps. They look amazing at nighttime. I'll show you that a little later in the video. And here's a spot by the fire to hang out with your family and followers and regale them with stories of your adventures abroad. And right next to that, you have an outdoor spa. And look at this luxury. You've got some dark elf lanterns, some thinly veiled curtains. And when you walk through, you can see that the water can turn on and off. Look at the beautiful flowers on the wall, the candle lighting. This is a place I'd love to come and relax. And as we turn back towards the yard, let's take one more look at this epic tree. This was one of the main selling points for me. Here's a stable for your horse, a lamp for some light at night, a spot to store your firewood, and a wood chopping block and a woodcutter's axe for your firewood needs. And right next to this space is a sandbox for your kids to play in and build a sandcastle or two. Or maybe prepare yourself for Elder Scrolls 6 in Hammerfell. You'll be seeing a lot of sand there. Now we're nearing our smithing suite. I love this wall of flowers. Here's a training dummy to sharpen your combat skills. And I like how they added that wooden door to the side of the wall. It makes the structure more interesting. Now we'll climb these stairs where we find our smelter. If you look past these trees, you can get a good view of the waterfall that's by the Voltime Towers, and she's included a fence to keep all of the animals out too. Now we'll head into this next space to see the rest of our smithing suite. Here's your forge. There's lots of static decor and named storage for different items for smithing around this space. There's your grindstone, and then on this side you have your workbench and your tanning rack. We'll take one more quick spin around this space so you can see everything one more time. This area includes everything the aspiring blacksmith would need to be successful, and it's well decorated to boot. Now that we've seen our smithing suite, let's head back out to see our next feature. And here's our last feature to view outside, the fountain. It looks like it embraces nature with the flowing water and all of the plant life. This home is pure zen. Let's back up to get one more view of the outside of the home. It just has such a wow factor to it. Now we'll head up this grand spiral staircase towards the front door. We'll take one more look from this deck to take in everything we've seen one last time. Now it's time to head inside. And when we enter, we have some more amazing sights to see. Here's what the door side view looks like. The door, its frame, the windows, and the decoration above look really homey. Starting to the left of the front door, you have a closet that's static decor. Here's a display for your Elder Scrolls under a flaming dragon skull. There's also a spot for notes and some really cool mini Apocrypha lamps. And in this corner, you have a cool piece of artwork, a unique candle holder, and a dream catcher. These stairs take us to the bedroom area, but we're not ready for that yet. And under the stairs is the kitchen. We'll be back there soon. Here's another fantastic painting. It's Elven inspired. And underneath you have some shrines to the divines. Here's the fireplace with a couple of more shrines on the mantle. I like the stone she used on the fireplace. It looks earthy, which matches the home's theme. And here's a side table with some strawberries and a beverage to help you wind down while you're relaxing on your couch. You also have a shrine of Sindora and a hookah pipe nearby. There's a chest for storage, a bookshelf, a cool hourglass, and a shrine to Kinnereth. Now that we've seen the living room, let's head under the stairs to see the kitchen. We have a dining table for 6, so you could sit you and your 4 kids and a follower or a wife. As we round the table, there's a sink with running water for your dishes. There are some little containers for flour, sugar, and salt. There's your cooking pot, some harvestable ingredients, and your oven for your cooking needs. It looks like you made some pastries earlier. I'll take a sweet roll. And here's your note board so you can tell your kids if you'll be traveling abroad. Now let's go see the other side of the kitchen. As we head back the other way, you have some shelves for your dishes. There's some storage areas for several types of foods. I like those glass jars with the ingredients, and you even have a refrigerator. How cool! No pun intended. Now that we've seen the kitchen, we're going to go see what's in the cellar. The door's under the stairs. In the cellar, we have our treasury / armory / special item storage. As we look around, you'll see some of the special items that can be placed, like Chillrend, Dawnbreaker, Spellbreaker, Ariel's Bow and Shield, a shrine to Ariel, etc. Here's 3 more of the shrines added by the DLCs, a chest for safe storage, and your Daedric quest items. Here's some mannequins and weapons storage. You also have several weapons racks on the outside walls of the treasury. And you'll see more as we turn back around, so you'll have no shortage of places to store weapons. There's a spot for Ysgramor's shield and Wuthrad. And here are even more mannequins and weapons racks, which is why I called this an armory too. Here's a display where you can place each of the Hold Capital Guard shields. And here's a Dragonclaw wall and a spot for the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller. And then lastly, as far as special items, here's a spot to store your Thieves Guild quest items. There's a spot for Thieves Guild armor, the ladder back up, and Dark Brotherhood armor. Now we'll turn around so I can show you the treasury. Basically, you activate this book and it will bring up an inventory menu. Depositing gold will cause items to appear in this room. The more you add, the more items that will appear. This is what it looks like with a little over 100,000 septims. You can always take the money back if you need it, but if you're looking for something to sink your excess money into, this is a neat way to do it. Now that we've seen this space, we'll head back to the main level. And now we'll head up that winding staircase so we can go check out the crafting area on the second floor. We'll start on the back wall of the right-hand side. The decoration in this room is really unique. Check out the Spriggan statue, the world's largest blood potion, a jarred poison bloom, and a dragon priest in a jar, as well as special storage for the Mask of Clavicus Vile, your dragon priest masks, the rings of Hircine and Namira, and Mehrunes' razor. And as we look to the left, there's a wall of flowers and ingredients. This is both stylish and helpful as it's located right near the alchemy lab. And next to the flower wall is a space for mage-themed decoration, like a soul gem display, a statue of Shalador, a mini eye of Magnus, a mage sill, a map of Winterhold, and special item storage for some of the archmage's items like his robes, amulet, and boots. And I really like this mini mushroom house candle. What a creative way to decorate. As we look back down, we find a custom model arcane enchanter, cabinets you can open and store soul gems, and we can find some loose spell tomes. There are some more cabinets where you can store whatever, and then check out that unique alchemy lab. I think the only crafting station designs that are comparable are Elfie Myrtle's. There's also storage for potions, poisons, and scrolls. And if we look forward, we can see into our living room space. And above that is a cool painting and some framed butterflies. As we move to the right, you can see our next display cabinet is Dragonborn themed, with figurines of Miraak, a Seeker, and many of the enemies of that DLC. You have spots to store your black books and the Yawgmoth Infinium, as well as displays for Miraak's personal items. To the left is a weapons bin, and to the right is a bin for staves. And as we turn around, we find a place to store our insects in a jar and our paragons from the Dawnguard DLC. And our next space is the kids' bedroom. There are 4 beds for them to sleep. Remember that there's a different file for followers if you'd prefer that. The followers version also has 4 beds, but it's less colorful. I chose to show the kids because many commenters asked to see multiple adoption homes, and this one looks really cool. Look at the cool decoration along the back wall. You have some training dummies, check out the toy corner, the stuffed animals on the beds, and the frescoes painted above their beds are my favorite. Speaking of art, check out their artwork. Impressive. And here's their composition table. And there's a dresser with some cool stuffed animals, like a nightingale doll, a Brynjolf doll, and even a dark elf doll. Very cool. They have rocking horses, pommel horses, and there are some more of those amazing frescoes. Now that we've seen their bedroom space, let's head outside. And now we found our way onto a deck overlooking the yard, and it's nighttime. This home really comes to life at night with its beautiful lighting. The leaves even have a certain glimmer to them. If you thought the spa was magical in the daytime, check out the nighttime lighting. And the fire pit is always more magical at night. The greenhouse looks super peaceful. So does the stable. And we don't have anyone banging around on the workbench. You can just hear the insects chirping. And you probably already had an idea that the fountain would look fantastic. And words can't describe the beauty of those windows. What a peaceful home. Now we'll check out the deck itself. Each side has a chair to sit out and enjoy the scenery. Check out those torch bug lanterns, and you get some surprisingly good light from those windows. Now we'll head back inside. And I'll take a leisurely stroll through the home to reach our last room, so you can get another good look at everything in its full context. Our last room is right off of the crafting room. We just need to head up this tunnel. And now we've found our master bedroom. I love the window, the wall art, look at the cool sheets on the bed. And as we turn back to the right, we can find a chair, a strong box for your valuables, a male outfit and a shrine of Debella. And on her side, we have some perfume, a dress, some candles in a cage, an interesting painting, and some more female-themed items. Now that we've seen all of the features of this home, it's time for final thoughts. Sindora's hidden hearth is one of my favorite homes ever. It has one of the best yards of any home I've ever seen. It offers a vegetable garden, a greenhouse for the budding alchemist, which has a unique alchemy lab design, a spot by the fire, a beautiful luxurious spa, a stable for your horse, and a wood chopping block, a full smithing suite, a beautiful fountain, and a guest house. Inside, we have a bed for you and your spouse, 4 beds for the kids, and look at all of that amazing artwork displayed throughout. Even the kids' art looks fantastic. We also had an alchemy lab and an arcane enchanter, a cooking pot and an oven, all of the shrines, as well as 4 added by the DLCs. You have a small armory, a treasury to display your wealth, a trophy room with several displays for your special items, and they also had displays scattered throughout the house to add to the design. This home goes the extra mile. No, make that several extra miles to make the player feel like they have a place that's truly unique, and that's why this is one of my favorite homes ever. Thanks Sindora for making such a gem to share with the Skyrim modding community. This completes my feature of Sindora's Hidden Hearth. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the bell icon if you want to be notified of when I post, and as always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next episode.